Titans Season 1 is the newest show on the DC Universe app and their first live action show and technically live action reboot of the Teen Titans franchise. And the plot of Season 1 is a girl named Rachel comes to Dick Grayson for help or protection, pretty much, from her pursuers, which leads him and her meeting the rest of the future Titans, Corey Anders and Gar, Beast Boy and Star Sapphire. They eventually team up and become the Titans. But also, Rachel is being targeted by her demonic father. Okay, his name is Trigon, and he looks to enslave the world, which is also played by Seamus Dever, the guy from, I believe, Castle, if I'm not mistaken. He was one of the white cop with the Mexican cop. They were best friends and shit. That guy. It's so good to see him back in a show, and this show is awesome. And look here, I love Teen Titans comics. I wasn't too much of a fan of the cartoon from the early 2000s, nor Teen Titans Go. I always thought if they ever made this live action, I want to see them talk about problems that Dick Grayson always had with Bruce Wayne. I always want to see him and Bruce Wayne kind of fight a little bit, because Robin himself is a butthurt character, but in the best way possible. If you can do it in the best way possible, or just explain why in the best way possible, I'd be down for it. Titans does that. They get behind why Dick Grayson is the way he is about Bruce Wayne. You know what I mean? Bruce Wayne essentially fucked Dick Grayson's life up. He saved it at the same time, but fucked it up at the same time. So he's kind of pissed off at him, you know? So he leaves and becomes an LA detective, pretty much. Until Raven comes knocking at his front desk, and then they go on this adventure and they become Teen Titans. And I like the fact that how gritty this show is. Okay? I like how dark it is. I like how mature the show is. Okay? That is what I'm talking about. And they get behind Robin's story of him and Batman's past, Raven's past, almost Beast Boy's thing, and Star Sapphire. They do get behind each character in each episode and their motivations and shit that drives them and whatever they do and all that stuff, and their flaws and their trials and their tribulations. I like that. This show does explain stuff. Thank God. Okay? Because if this was just going to be some adult version of the Titans that we already had, I would have been pissed, because that's not the Titans I would like to see. Yes, I know they're supposed to be for kids. They are a kid team, but let's face it, kids grow up. Okay, I had to make these characters grow up, and that's what they did. And there comes a couple of episodes where I like each character the way they appear in that episode, because that episode they're not all dressed up. They look normal, like their regular hairstyles and everything. I kind of wish their hairstyles and shit look like that, but they give them like these weird cartoonish hairstyles. I'm talking about Raven and Sapphire, and weird ass hooker like outfits. I don't know why they gave her that weird purple ugly outfit. It's when she looked way better in the episode that I'm talking about right now, towards the end of the season. Acting wise, this show surprised me with the actors. I actually like the actors in this show. They surprised the hell out of me, especially the one that plays Dick Grayson. He is probably my standout of this season. I like him the most. He probably has the most to gain from this show. So, yeah. I can't wait for season 2, because I want to see Batman versus Robin. Batman versus the OG Robin. Okay, not Damian Wayne, not Tim Drake, Dick Grayson, the one Batman has scarred the most. Okay, I mean, yeah, Tim Drake kind of becomes the Joker's prodigal son later on, but still, not Jason Todd, who also shows up in this season as the new Robin, which is cool. He's kind of a young moron because he doesn't know his way yet, while Dick Grayson is trying to tell him, hey, you need to grow up, boy. What, you're not ready for this. He's just a kid dressed like Robin, you know what I mean? And he's talking all this kinds of shit to Dick Grayson, like, oh, you're wrong. Bruce loves me and all this shit. Really? You see how Robin turned out, bruh? Not really. You are his sidekick, no more, no less. Pretty much. And I like how Robin just doesn't give a fuck about people besides the ones he's working with, because there's another episode that I love, which also has a hallway scene at I want to say it's a prison. It's at night and they're trying to break people out. And there's a scene where a bunch of guards come out of nowhere. Robin has an Iron Man 3 moment. No costume, no nothing. He's just Dick Grayson. He's in the hallway. He beats the shit out of everybody. I fucking loved it. That was awesome. He did not give a fuck. That is awesome. Even Batman, when you get to Batman, doesn't give a shit. I'm not going to spoil how Batman comes into play a little bit, but we don't see him. We don't see his face, unfortunately. Damn it. But when he comes into play, it's serious, and you better get real, real quick, because he's gonna fuck your life up real bad. It's cool. I love this show. It's awesome. Can't wait for season 2. I'm gonna give Titans season 1 a B+. Let me know what you guys think about Titans season 1 down below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? I will see you guys in the next one.